4 years ago in the Cdlp space. I'm the state trainer, Cdlp trainer for the state of Georgia. And so I've been focusing, working on Cdl and cross-selling with small business in this space for the, so when you see my name, you just know I'm doing it in Cdl. So I've been Ladies of Justice recipient, #1 field trainer for 2019. And I just like working with everybody. We've earned the Production Achievement Award for 1,000 Production App Award, personal sales. And just, like I said, just focus on helping as many people as possible in this space. I host the accountability call on Thursday nights. And, that mastermind call, those individuals are definitely opening up some groups now. And so I'm glad to work with them because they have really stuck and stayed, and a lot of them are mastering the phone, but a few of them are going out knocking on doors as well. And so Business Solutions, Sapphire Lead Associate, and just working in the space. So just, for those that are seriously working in the space, you want to definitely plug in. I see the ones that are definitely on that mastermind, they are on this call and on the Blitz on tomorrow. So if you're able to get on that Blitz, you definitely want to get that energy from, the entire sales force who are doing the same thing that you're doing, trying to set appointments and move membership. So that's my Dun and Bradstreet. So I'll turn it over to Randy over in Texas, who's a field trainer over there. Randy.
Okay, thank you. I had to get up just a minute. We're under a tornado warning, so I am in Texas tonight, and therefore I'm on from computer and screen different stuff. Been with legal for about 14 years. We earned a $50,000 ring. I've got a bunch of regular commercial accounts, employee benefit accounts.
Yep.
Employee benefits accounts. And so we got into CDL in 2019, and it's just been a real pleasure to work with it, become a trainer for CDL if I can ever help anyone. And so look forward to helping anybody I can. Y'all take care. I'm going to check this on out a minute.
Okay, this is Lamar Reynolds out of Houston, Texas, and it's an honor to be on the call here tonight to share some nuggets with you. Again, this evening, it's going to be exciting, so get your pen and paper ready to go. But I'm based out of Houston, Texas, and as of June 1st of this year, I will be with Legal Shield now 16 years. And I've been a trainer, Cdlp trainer, for right at 12 years. And I've been selling the Cdlp membership for, I would say, about 14 years. And I've been able to earn the 50,000K ring and also the 100,000K ring by running in the lane of transportation. I sell all the different products, from the legal plan to the small business plan to the gun program, all of those different products. But I run in that lane of transportation. I've sold over 5,000 personal memberships, okay? And part of the Special Forces and the Solution Emerald Elites. And I just love getting up every day and selling the Cdlp membership to drivers. And I get anywhere from 3 to 5 referrals a week. And it's wonderful, Mr. Clarence, to get those referrals, brother. And that phone rings. I said, how did you get my name? Well, so-and-so gave me your information. I just love to get those phone calls. And I love calling on transportation companies and telling them about our program and what it can do for them and can do for their drivers. So it's an exciting business to sell out there in the marketplace. And Mr. Robert, I'll turn it over to you now, sir.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Got you.
All right, brother. Well, appreciate you, man. And just want to remind everybody real quickly that this Saturday coming up is a Cdlp certification training. But also remember that Cdlp certification training will get you certified, not qualified. So you still need to understand what you're doing when you get out in that field. So this Monday night call does that. The Thursday night accountability call does that. And taking so that you get it embedded and you what you need to be doing. So corporate will give you the ability to open up a group. That'll mean you know how to. So you need to definitely find out and work with a field trainer so that you really understand exactly what you're doing when you're out in the field. And I was having a conversation earlier with a young lady about helping their people get registered. Please walk your associates through the registration. If you got new people on your team that's getting certified for the first time, walk them through the certification so that they make sure they get a course companion, that they make sure that they understand that their spouse can take a look at the training with them if that's the circumstance, just so, because it's a lot. And sometimes as associates, we know what's back there because we've been around so long, but we forget that people who don't understand those things, it's really overwhelming for them. They go back there to register for a training. That's overwhelming for a lot of people when this is their first time in new legal shield. So make sure you're walking your new associates through the system. Make sure you letting them know what prompts to hit and then download that course companion so that they've got the proper information so that they can get the best out of that new training here. So this Saturday, the 22nd, Alan Roman, Chris Seelig will be doing that training together. You'll see that training on the Cdlp certification page. And you can also register in your back office or through LS Engage under registration. Sharana, were you about to say something?
Newbies are not free, so don't. That for Cdl.
Oh, okay. I didn't see nobody posting. I'm glad you caught that. So whoever posted that, guys, new people
Newbies
are
free.
Free.
No, not for Cdl.
It's not free for Cdl. So remember when they say business solutions trainings are free, they're not talking about Cdl when they say that. If they're giving out Cdl free, they always make sure that they say Cdlp. They'll say that and it'll be a flyer or something, particularly naming Cdlp as one of those certification trainers. So thanks, Randa, for catching that so that nobody has any misinformation. So just keep in mind, guys, nobody's free. Cdlp is $49 for anybody taking a retake, brand new or first time, doesn't matter, right? All is gonna be $49 for everybody who takes that course. So real quickly, quick introduction for myself, then I'm gonna turn it over to Lamar Reynolds. My name is Robert Dunbar. I've been with Legal Shield for over a decade. And I just realized, Sharanda, that your anniversary is on my birthday, June 13th. So see, now I know now every year. That's good stuff. So okay, what is that saying out in the chat? Hold on. Newbies are not free. Okay, good stuff, Sharon. Good stuff. All right, just want to make sure it was in the chat. So thank you, Sharon, for doing that. So been with the company for over a decade, been a trainer for about 6 years on the new network marketing side, been a trainer on the business solution side for about 3 years. I do work every area of Legal Shield. So I do have a team. I do have 2 ring earners on my team, and I'm a 100K ring earner myself. Really enjoy the network marketing side. I enjoy the business solution side. I enjoy training. So that's what I'm here to do, help out as much as we possibly can. So this Zoom that we do every Monday night, we've been doing it now for 3 years. And it's really here just to make sure that once you get certified, you can get qualified by being on here every week, hearing testimonials, understanding what's happening in the field, and staying up to date on the different documents and literature that you need to have in hand when you're going to talk to a safety manager, which is normally in this space, the decision maker, the safety director or the safety manager. So my name is Robert Dunbar. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Lamar Reynolds so he can start his talk on Operation Safe Driver Week. So floor is yours, brother.
All right, thank you. I'm going to be talking about that document coming up in July, but I'm going to walk you through a couple of little things that I do at every safety meeting that I get into, and this is the way I started off. I'm here to talk to you about protecting your CDL, which is the most important thing you have. And you need to do everything you can to protect your CDL. And that's just what my little program does, that I set out in front of you by taking the DOT tickets and moving violation and fighting that in court to protect your CDL. Now, I've laid it out right there in a quick statement, and then I'll go right into how aggressive the DOT really is. And on the Facebook, under the files, you will find a results of a road check for 2019 for the state of Texas. And I'll go through that to just tell people, okay, just in that 7-day period, they pulled over 7,980 vehicles in that 3-day period, and they put 1,298 of them out of service, and they wrote 1,200 and something citations and 18,000 and some odd warnings, which carries points as well. And so now I've got their total attention. And I say all of that to say this, ladies and gentlemen. I just pray that you're going to take advantage of this document. I think Mr. Randy Hooker sent that in, and this is coming up in July, okay? And it's called Operation Safe Driver Week, and it's July the 11th through the 17th. And everybody on this phone call needs to print that off. As a matter of fact, tonight, I'm printing off about 20 of these. And I'll put my little name and information down at the bottom. Mr. Randy's going to tell you how to personalize that in just a minute, okay? But I wanted to share with you why this is happening on July the 11th through the 17th. During the COVID, the DOT kind of laid back and let the essential workers run the road. I mean, they were a lot of speeding. A lot of the general public out there on the road, it wasn't a lot of traffic, they were speeding too. And what has happened, and I'm just going to read this little sentence right off of this page here for you. The increase in the death rate is the highest estimate year over year that the NSC has calculated in 96 years. Now, I just attended a meeting in Houston with the Texas DPS. And you know what they were talking about? Road rage. It's at epidemic proportions right now. People just going crazy out there on the road. And what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, you know, when this happens, we can really benefit from that. I hate to say it that way, but the DOT is going to be writing a lot. And we've seen more moving violations this year than I have ever seen before. So the DOT is starting to clamp down on it, and they're really going to be bad on them on July the 11th through the 17th. And as Mr. Randy pointed out to me earlier as we were talking, there is 6 other serious violations they're going to be focusing on too. And that's reckless driving or aggressive driving, all right? Distracted driving on the phone, okay? Playing around with other things that, you know, your computer, whatever, and you're not driving. Following too close, improper lane change. And we see 18-wheelers going across 2 and 3 lanes in Houston with no blinker on at all. And they're gonna write that ticket. Failure to obey a traffic control device and failure to use a seatbelt. And that one's been going on for years. And they're going to be checking for drunk drivers and drugged drivers. And I talk about on this call a lot, the little pill cases, you know, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday pill cases you can load up with your medication. A lot of drivers do that, and they hit the road for 2 weeks. They go into a scale house. The driver, you know, opens the door. There stands the DOT. He jumps up on the running board, say, "How you doing?" And he looks in there and sees that little pill case there. He said, "Hey, let me take a look at that. You got the prescription for that medication with you?" "Well, it's at the house." He said, "Can you step out of the truck for me?" And he steps out there on the pavement, and the handcuffs goes on him, Mr. Clarence. They got the handcuffs on him. They're going to take him straight to jail until his doctor sends in that prescription. And so this one is huge, and it happens a lot in scale houses. And it happens from just strictly because drivers are on 2 medications, they pour some in the other bottle and they hit the road and it's laying on the console, and that officer sees there's 2 different medications in one container. That's another dead giveaway. So I talk about this in my safety meetings that I do at companies. And let me tell you, it catches, I see a lot of deer in the headlights. You know, guys' eyes are getting big because they have done it. All right. But I just pray that everybody on this phone call will take advantage of this document. Any prospecting that you're doing, you need to have this in your hands when you're walking in. You know, a lot of new associates that go through our Cdlp training, and now it's week 1. Oh, Mr. Reynolds, what do I talk about when I get in there? Well, this is something you can lead off with, okay? This document will open up the conversation for you to lead into other things, tickets and so forth and so on. But this is a door opener for you. And this is also a great document for your customers. I actually email this to a lot of my safety directors. And if I'm going in for a office visit, I will take this and hand it to that safety director. And if I were to give it to the safety director, a lot of times I will give a copy to the safety manager there. That person is doing the in-service training, new driver orientation classes. I'll make sure he has or she has a copy of this. So this is just a wonderful thing to have as you're out there doing prospecting and taking care of your customers. So this is going to be a big deal. You're going to hear Lamar Reynolds talking about this every week until July the 11th, because I feel like it's just that important. And if you'll remember my opening comments of how I get attention at a safety meeting, I'm here to talk to you about protecting your CDL, which is the most important thing you have. And you need to do everything to protect that CDL. And that's just what my program does by taking the DOT tickets and moving violations and fighting that in court. Now, you can put that in your own words, but that is a great door opener in a presentation. And then I just go straight into how aggressive the DOT is. And then I go right into my brochures and go through the features and the benefits of the program. And then I go into the Legal Shield perks. I go into the application, and then I have about 4 or 5 closes that I perform on those people that are considering enrolling. And one of these days on this call, we'll do that again about how to close a sale. Have you ever done a great presentation and you were so disappointed that you didn't get an application? I've been there. I've done that many times. So we'll share with you one day about some things that you can do to increase the possibility of walking out of there with applications from every one of those people. And we'll share that with you. But please take advantage of this. If you don't have this document, make sure you go to the Facebook, Miranda, and you can kind of help me through this. Go to files and you will find it.
Yep,
Correct.
just search Lamar script. I think it's under. Yep.
Okay, Mr. Randy, the floor is yours, sir, if you want to talk about how to put your
Well, thank you, Lamar. And the people are looking for that document in
I
the
looked it
file
up for
section.
you.
It's Operation Safe Driver.
Oh, okay.
Operation Safe Driver
Okay.
is the document name.
Okay, that one. Okay.
That's the one it is over in the file section. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing I'm going to go to a little bit is
You're breaking up.
document that you're going to do. What?
You were breaking up.
Oh, well, my internet may not be real good, guys. I'm not on my home computer. So, whenever, the only thing, there's several different programs, and I know Robert uses some different things too. He uses, I use Adobe DC or Adobe Acrobat DT. The DT is the paid version. DC is the free version. You can go to Adobe Acrobat DC. And with that, whenever you open a document that you want to put a name on, you can open it with Adobe DC. You'll right click on it, and where it says open with, you'll have, if you've downloaded Adobe DC to your computer, it'll show there, and you click on Adobe DC and it'll open up. And then at the top of that page, Adobe DC, there's a line that says fill and sign, FILL and sign. And if you click on it, up the top, there's a little place that says add text. You can put a click on that and then go to wherever you're going. I'm not on my other computer where I can show how to do it, guys. I apologize. I'm in Lubbock, like I said. So, but you can fill and sign, and if I need to, I'll do that next week, Robert, and show them how to do it, or what have you, on the different ones. On the documents that I put on there, or that are in Word, all you have to do is click the enable editing up at the top, and then go down to where my name is. Click on my name, and you can backspace or adjust your name on that, change out your name for where mine is, and then just hit the save button and save it with your name on it. The nice part about saving it like that, guys, is every time you open it, it's ready to print with your name, phone number, and email on it. And so therefore it looks very professional, and you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, there's Adobe DC. There we go. And that is the free version.
Randy, is this somewhere you want me to go? Tell me where to go, and I'll move it around for you.
Well, that's it. I mean, you would have to open a document with this, but before I can show you how to use it. But if this is the pro version, and just the Acrobat DC, and then there's a free version of this too. And this is the version I have. It's about $15 a month. The nice part about this one, Robert, is this particular program, if you buy this, you can change a document that is actually got boxes on it. You change stuff within the boxes. And so therefore you can really do cool deals there. And there's a couple of other ones. There's a fill and sign. That's probably it right there, Robert.
And will that work if I just pull into any document?
Yeah, you'll have to, it has to be downloaded onto your computer first though.
Gotcha. Let me see.
Can I share? Fix it where I can share a minute.
Oh, okay. Hold on one second.
Let me share, and I'll show
you mean move my mouse or just be able to share in general?
No, just let me share in general right now.
Oh, I think you can. Let me see.
Well, not with you on it. You got.
Oh, because I'm sharing. Okay, I thought you meant you had Billy as a co-host. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me stop sharing. There you go.
All right. Let's see here. Okay, now then. Here we go. Let me share this. I can show you right here, just like this adjudication form. If you right click on it, it comes up here and you can see where it says open with. And this computer doesn't have Adobe downloaded on it. It just has Google or Microsoft Edge or these other programs. And so therefore, with my other computer, it has Adobe setting, and you would just go over and highlight Adobe and click on it. Whenever you do, it's going to open this document here within Adobe. And whenever you do, then you can go in there and you can work on that document. So that's the portion about being able to work with Adobe. I wish, like I said, I didn't even think I'm on this computer. Maybe next week I'll go ahead and let y'all do some Q&A and stuff, and next week I'll get into the other computer and be able to really show how to do it even better or whatever. But guys, always sign your paper, always have your name on it, and there's several programs out there, and it's simple to put it on there. And once you do it and you save that to your files, time you need that paper, just like that paper that Lamar's talking about, his name is on the bottom of that paper, and therefore, let me check just a second and see if I've got that one on this computer.
And yes, okay. And yet while he's looking for that, Connie, yes, it is if you're talking about the one on the Facebook page, it is a doc, not a PDF. And that's because Randy saved it as a doc so that you guys could go in there and edit it without any software. That way, if anybody needed to change it up, they could and take his name off of it. So he made it. Randy always downloads things into Facebook as a doc, Microsoft doc, so that you guys can put your info on there instead of his.
Okay, thanks.
Here's one that I think I can show y'all what I'm talking about. This HOF. No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Wow.
See, you forget how comfortable you get with a computer till you don't have it, right?
Ain't that the truth?
My other computer in the shop, and every file on it is the only file I need right now. Every file I need is on the computer that's in the shop.
Here's one. Okay, here's one. This is a file, and if you'll notice down here at the bottom of it, guys, go down. This one had Dusty's name on it, but being a Word document, you can change that. And I'll do is back his name off.
Are you sharing? I see files.
It is second off. Let me now. You see how and then on Word, all of my documents, guys, that's all you have to change your name on it. And you can adjust this, move it, and go this little, I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me put the annotation on it. Right there, if you click that, that saves this image. In other words, my name will be on this from now on. You close that out, and it back up, it's going to be in there. But that's how simple those Word documents are to change, guys, that I put on there. All I have to do is go down and click on my name, back it up, put your name in there, and adjust it. And so long as you don't take it all off at once, it'll still be the purple, still be the size, and everything. Click off. you get your name in there like you. And when the computer, turn it back over to y'all.
Yeah, I know you're breaking up a little bit over there, Randy. Well, I guess a lot of it, not a little bit. I know you're trying to turn it back over. So I know next week you can go over it a little bit clearer when you're pulling up the actual software and doing all those things from that angle. So Sharanda, anything you want to add to anything? I wanted to see if you had anything you wanted to mention before we ask some questions here.
No, I mean, I think everybody should just appreciate Randy for doing all that. And next week when he gets to his computer, I know he'll definitely show you guys how to do that because it's powerful. I know Clarence Bramley is on the line and he uses that a lot. Just those papers and, really, show Legal Shield stuff. So Lamar and Randy are really doing some fabulous training when it comes to those documents, because those are icebreakers. So it removes the fear, so, whatever the procrastination, the fear, or whatever it is, just by sharing those documents. And you definitely want to make sure you learn how to edit them, because what you don't want is to share information. And one day they think about that document or something comes up and they think about you and your name isn't on it. Or somebody walks through one day and decide to stop into this transportation company because they drive by it every day, but you've been prospecting it for a year. And they stop in that day and say Legal Shield or whatever your tagline is, and they pull out that piece of paper and your name isn't on it. So all that's important. I know there might be some people on the line that say, God, we here learning about, English, this stuff that we probably learn in school or whatever, but this is important because you want to be branded, and this is a way of being branded. Okay, so just know that. So Dunbar, and I'll just share, I'm the incentive girl. I'm always chasing incentives, So but I will say though, for those that have the fear of the phones, get on the blitz, guys. I tell you, I hear people all the time say, oh, I got on that and I didn't have my list, but I figured it out, and they made some calls and they were excited because even though they might've been in their house by themselves, they felt like they were amongst everybody that was on there making those thousands of dials. So the blitz is fabulous. It helps take away some of that anxiety, just knowing to mind things. So jump on the blitz if you can. Take part in that. They give away some phenomenal prizes. Just do the activity. Corporate would definitely reward you for that. And take advantage of the incentives. The community outreach is still there. You can open a group with one application. You can get a qualifying group with $50 worth of premium. That's a combo plan. So it has to be a group though. You can't just go find a trucker and make it a group like that. So, and then plug in with a field trainer if you never open a group. Got a lot of people on the call tonight that are opening new groups, getting that $500 bonus. And that's $100 worth of premium for that incentive. So, figure it out, guys. That's all I want to say. I mean, Cdlp will make you earn some nice bonuses. So just take advantage of it. Solutions itself. That's all I had, Dunbar.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. So for those, what's the information for the blitz? Is it anywhere particular that we can just mention it to them, or is it?
I posted. I have the. Let me see. Can I?
So what I'm posting right now, yeah, I think you on there as a co-host. I'm posting right now because we're talking about the blitz. I'm posting right now, like for the last, I don't know, I guess we're on day 9 or something like that. We're doing the Go for No challenge. The Go for No challenge is not for any particular thing. It's not for networking or CDLP or group. It's a challenge. It's a challenge for you to pick up the phone and call people. So, this challenge that we've been doing, for about 9 days, I believe now, Go for No challenge. We got an open Zoom for you to get on every day at 12 noon from 12 to 12:15. I say 12 to 12:15, but actually I've been having it open for like 2 hours. And the Zoom is nowhere that you have to come and talk to people. So don't think of that as another part of your day. That open Zoom is for you to just come in. So if Anthony Norris was playing a part in that challenge, all he would have to do is go to that Zoom link, click it, and then type in the chat, I had 6 no's today, and then he leaves. It took him 30 seconds, he gone. He don't have to talk to anybody. Nobody's waiting to ask him any questions. He's just reporting that so we know what his numbers were from yesterday. And it's just forcing people to make calls and go for no's every day. And every Wednesday night, we do a training with a different trainer that comes in and talks. So last Wednesday, it was Alistair Edwards. This Wednesday, we've got Kelly Rowe coming on. Then after that, we've got, I can't think of his name right now, out of Atlanta. I just drew a blank. I got a trainer out of Atlanta coming in and talk about how to add more people to your prospecting list. I've got Sharon Larry coming on to talk to everybody. I've got Ulysses Brown coming on to talk to everybody. So I've got 5 trainings with 5 different trainers about how you can dial more to earn more money. So it doesn't matter what area of Legal Shield you're in. The same way Sharonda's talking about the Blitz. The Blitz is a business solutions blitz. But if you were calling network marketers at that time and you picked up your mid-network marketing list, guess what? The blitz is still all the same, because really all it's about is you blocking time. It's about you blocking time to make calls. And that's what we're asking you to do with the Go for No as well, is just to block time to make phone calls, because that helps your business grow. It doesn't matter who you're calling or what area of Legal Shield you're calling in. So I just dropped the 2 links in the chat for those 2. And the people that are watching this on YouTube, I'm gonna drop them in there as well as soon as I stop talking. But if anybody has any questions about the stuff that we talked about today, any questions about anything relative to CDL, either raise your hand and we'll let you ask your question or throw it in the chat, because we got about 10 minutes left that we can use to answer some questions about anything that we talked about today or anything CDLP related.
Dunbar, I just put the Blitz information in your messenger. I'm on my iPad. I can't add it.
I will go ahead and drop it in, because I can pull it from Messenger right on my phone and drop it right in there. And what was that? What's that question? What's the question from?
The question says about Go for No. If we are focusing on the no, and we know that wait a minute. If we are focusing on the no, yeah, this head cold is killing me. If we are focusing on the no, and we know that what we think and focus on come to pass according to the law of attraction, are we not attracting no's? That came from, I believe it's Michael Ganon. If I didn't say that correctly, Michael, if you can please reiterate.
And yes, and I understand that question. I've gotten that before. So basically what Michael was saying, I'm sorry, Michael, I'm not looking. I'm pulling this thing, the photo from Sharanda real quick. But I understand your question, because I've gotten that question before. So what Michael was saying is, if you're going for no, aren't you asking the powers that be, right? Whatever the universe or however you consider the law of attraction in your world. If you're doing that, then you're essentially saying, I'm asking for no's. And you could think about it that way. I'm not gonna say that you can't, because everybody's brain works differently. But the idea of Go for No is you're going for no's. You're saying, hey, how many no's can I get? Because on the way to getting your no's, you're gonna get a bunch of yeses. So it's all about really changing the idea of no being a bad thing to no being a good thing. So at the end of the day, if you change your mindset from no being bad to no being good, then it's really not a bad thing that you're going for no's, because they're in the, like, so when you talk about the law, because I train on law of attraction, right? And And when you're talking about the law of attraction and talking things to existence, it's one thing to talk things into existence. It's another thing to avoid things that are a reality. If I have cancer and somebody says, well, don't own that. Well, I've been diagnosed. I have it. Like, at what point do you deal with the cancer if you won't even admit that you have it? You guys follow what I'm saying? So when you're talking about law of attraction, not talking things into existence, it's one thing to not talk things up. It's another thing to deal with something that it is. Like, when you're making sales calls, I don't care what you believe in, you're going to hear no, because nobody cares what you believe in. When you're making calls, somebody on the other end of that line is going to say no to you because they don't want what you have or whatever reason they say no. So the idea of going for no is to put in your mind that this no is not really going to hurt me because I'm going for them, right? If you trick your brain into thinking I want no's, then your brain won't be scared of no's, which will force you to make more phone calls. That's really the idea of going for no. Is because if you have yes sales goals, then you make stop when you hit your limit. So if you say, well, I'm gonna call till I get 4 yeses. Well, you get them 4 yeses and you stop. If you say I'm going for 10 no's, you're gonna get a lot more than 4 yeses. You follow what I'm saying? So that's the idea of going for no. So if you ever hear Andrea Waltz talk about it, she'll say, look, we certainly aren't telling you to want no's, because that's not the idea. Nobody wants no's when they're getting sales. But when you're going for no, the idea is to tell your brain, hey, look, I'm not fearing these no's, right? So when I was training on go for no, I was explaining to the audience at one point, I said, look, when you hear failure, in your mind, failure is a bad thing. Well, why is failure a bad thing? Because you was told it was a bad thing. You've been told that failure is bad, so now in your mind, failure is bad. But if somebody would have told you from the beginning of the time, failing is how you succeed, that's kind of on the way. Like, that's not a bad thing. You're supposed to fail. Like, you're supposed to fall off your bike to ride it. You're supposed to, fail or doing things on the way to your success. If people only told you that, you would never think that failure was a bad thing. You would always think it was a positive thing, because that means that you're on your way to success. So that's really what the mindset is on going for no, is that for you to understand that these negative words, right, they're only negative because that's how we use them. That's like a person that says having guns is bad. But you can't tell that to a person who shot somebody breaking in their house, because they don't think a gun bad because they used it to protect their family. You follow what I'm saying? Now, a person uses the gun bad, put it in a bad context, then the gun is bad, if you put it in a bad context. So the idea here is, how are you putting it in the context? So when I'm making my dials, I'm saying to myself, hey, I'm gonna strive to get 10 no's. Why am I striving to get 10 no's? Because I know it's gonna force me to make more phone calls if I do that. And I'm not fearing the no, and the phone is not heavy. Because why is the phone heavy? Because you're scared of rejection. If you go in looking for rejection, the phone is no longer heavy. So now you lift it more and you make more phone calls. More phone calls make more money. That's what probability says. If I make more phone calls, I make more money. So that's the idea of go for no. So I definitely appreciate the question, because there's probably 10 other people that was thinking just what you was thinking but wasn't saying. so I'm glad you asked the question. That way people have a better understanding of that. So hope that helped. And I see you got the number up in here, Sharanda, for the blitz.
Yeah, Louise Bates put it there. So I was gonna.
All right,
Can you upload you can't upload the picture, huh?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can.
Hey, Robert.
Yes.
I am going to put in the chat. I have a no tracker that I use for making phone calls, and the objective is to try to get 100 no's, which is pretty tough to do, but it'll help you track phone calls and stuff.
Absolutely. And I have one also, but mine is only for 10, so it might be good for them to have both, because my sheet only holds 10. Yours is holding 100, so that's fantastic. Yeah. So I have a tracker for 10. Jim has a tracker for 100. So if you're a big boy or a big girl, you want to go for that 100, man, knock it out. Jim got your 100 no tracker over there for you. So if you get that to me, or get that to the page, or however you need to do it, Jim, we'll get that uploaded. But it definitely does work. Going for no definitely does work when you do it that way. You just gotta put in your mind that I have to hear no to hear yes, and that's just the way life is, man. It really is about that. You got to take that rejection. You got to take them hits. I call it taking one step back to take 2 steps forward. Absolutely. Anybody else have any questions about anything? Are we missing any questions inside of the chat?
No, sir, no additional questions.
No additional questions.
Not at
I'm
this
gonna get this picture. I'm gonna get this picture dropped in here real quick. I'm sending it to myself now so I can post it. So any trainers, anything going out? We got 3 minutes left. Any of our trainers have anything to mention before we close out? Going once? Going twice? All right, fantastic,
Register-
fantastic.
Make sure you register for the CDLP class, like Sharon said, before 3 p.m. Eastern time, or you won't be able to get in the class. So don't post that I can't get in the class come Saturday morning. It's not like that no more. I'm not walking in. No, they cut it off. They cut it off. So if you don't get in the class by 3 p.m. Eastern on Friday, you won't be able to register. You won't be able to register Saturday morning. Nobody will be able to assist you. So go ahead and register, guys. Jump on. If you're gonna play in this space, it's always good to hear the basics so you can, stay up to it. I talked to 2 people today that haven't been to a class in 6 years that's trying to play in CDLP. It changes too quick for you to be doing that. You have to stay engaged. So get on the class, get your basics, come to this call, and, mastermind here to move in the space. So I just thought that I almost passed out when I saw that. 6 years? What in the world? CDLP change every month. The laws change every month. That's why they make the green book. So anyway, however, get on the class. I feel you there. I'll see you there on Saturday. Just register before 3 p.m. Eastern, okay? That's all. Lamar, Randy, wake up. Randy? Lamar, you good? All right. Lamar?
Thank you.
You muted, Dunbar. You talking to us? Talking to yourself. Having
Yeah, I
office meeting?
was talking to you. I was telling you that it wasn't letting me drop this picture in this.
Oh, that's okay. I put it on the Facebook page. It's just talking about the blitz, talking about getting text messages. So if you hadn't signed up for text messages, register to get text messages so you can get all the solutions information text to you, okay? All right. Appreciate it, Dumbo. I appreciate you trying to do that.
Oh, you got it. Anytime. All right. So yeah, we good. So you got everything put in there that we needed to get in there. So good stuff. Yeah. So anybody else have anything before we go? We good? We can close out.
Thank
We're
you.
good. No additional questions.
All right. Good stuff. I'll get this stuff put in the YouTube link here.
Robert, I just shot you a quick chat. If you can respond back to me, and then I'll email that. I tried putting the link in, but it won't upload for some reason.
Oh yeah. Okay. I will. Well, hold on here. Let me give you the real quick. 904-290-2960. Putting it in the chat. That's my number. And you can text it or whatever. And my email is just dunbar.robert@gmail.com. Yeah. And we've done, guys, if y'all want to jump off, I'm just posting some stuff to the YouTube. Some of those links.
Michelle's still on. I was gonna
Oh,
say,
sorry. Good night.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say
No, we
what,
done training. I'm just still up here because
Mr.
I'm posting stuff up there for people that
Mr.
different stuff.
Dunbar, you know, like last week when Mr. Edwards was on,
Uh-huh.
you know, he said something, I think Willie Tolbert said it too. And I didn't know that either. Like when you making dials and you get a yes, you have to start over for the no's. So if number 9 is yes, and the goal is 10, you have to start over with 1.
You know what?
Yeah.
That,
So when you're
I
going
didn't,
for
and I
no,
had to fix that.
yeah, Mr. Edwards said that last week. If you're going for no and say 10 is your goal, but number 9, wow, it's a yes. It starts over. You go for a new 10.
Yeah.
Now the next one is 10. The next one is 1.
So, yeah. And that's really good too. Because I'm talking to people who are doing the challenge, and it's like they're making way more calls. They're making way more calls than they were. They're making so many more calls because they like, you know, they just like, I don't feel, because I feel like I'm looking to get no's. I'm not worried about the rejection. It's not in the back of my mind like who gonna tell me no, because I'm kind of like, oh, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And it just makes it keeps that phone from being heavy. It's just a psychological thing. And it's really working for people that just scared to make a dials, especially right now in this time where some people still not going out, some people still haven't, you know, come to grips with, hey, I can walk into a place right now. So yeah, it's been helpful. Very helpful. Yeah. Very helpful.
David Freeman, I like your background. It looks like you're in a whole world by yourself. Like you just.
Who's that?
David Freeman. His.
Oh, I saw his pop up here for a second. I don't see him now because I don't have my screen on gallery. Where he at?
Yeah, his background makes him look really good. He's not floating in and out or nothing.
Yeah, you probably got that green screen. You got your green screen back there, Mr. Freeman?
No, just a blur. But Sharenda, I'm gonna give you a hug the next time you see it. Not very many people would say that I look good. So
okay. I mean, it's how you sitting with your background. It's like perfect. Like I don't know, it's perfect.
Well, I appreciate it. No, it's just a blur black background. So I'll show you what I didn't care for you to look at. It's the inside of my office. So.
Oh, okay. Now we'll put your blur back.
Let's go back to the blur. That
looks better. Stop.
Hey, Jim, did you send me something yet?
Yeah, I just sent it on Messenger.
Okay.
So it's on Facebook, and I'm going to send it right now through email.
Okay. And if you guys are still on, when this hits my phone here real quickly, I'm gonna drop it in the link.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.
Yes.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good
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 night.
night, everybody. We appreciate you guys.
Good night, all.
Night all.
Next Monday, same bat time, same bat channel.
Good night, all.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night, all. Good night.
Let's see if we can find this. Yeah, I don't see it yet, Jim.
Okay, I'm sending it again right now on email. Yeah, for some reason, I'm getting an error message. It comes up and says, network not connected. I mean, I'm like, this is screwed up.
Okay, I just saw it come through here. Yeah.
There it is.
Yep, there you go. There you go. All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop this. Okay, so it's an actual like a Word doc.
Yeah, you can actually just track, and there's some little things on there, you know, so it'll help you kind of track your calls. This one made a call, I got a message, a smiley face says, hey, I got an appointment. So it's just a way to help track your calls. You
Okay,
know, I
so what I'm
might
gonna have
use,
to do is, it won't let me put it up there that way. So what I'm gonna have to do is, I'm gonna put it on the Facebook page. I'm gonna upload it as a file.
okay,
Yeah, that way people can go there and just grab it.
yeah,
Yeah, they can go there and grab it. Yep. So I'll go ahead and drop that there. I'll put that on the Facebook page and put it in the file section, and anybody wants to grab it, it'll be called the you want me to call it the phone call tracking sheet or go for no sheet, or what you want me to call it?
yeah, that's fine, whatever you want to call it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I will get that posted up there, and it looks like it's a Word doc. So
Yeah, it is.
yeah, so that's good. All right, so I'll get that put there. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that, brother.
Hey, you're welcome. You have a
All
good
right,
night.
man. You guys have a good night, everybody.